Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles, and it's time for the next Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. Yay! Are y'all ready? um, this is a challenge that I'm doing with a Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy. We are alternating months. May is my month to pick the challenge. This challenge is designed to help encourage you to use your scraps, your yarny scraps, and those single skeins of yarn that you have floating around that you don't know what to do with. Each month we issue a challenge in our Facebook group that we created, which is the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge group. There's a link down below to it, always in my links that I put down below. And to enter, we alternate picking prizes. I'll be showing you the prize for this month, and all you have to do is enter is to make something that relates to the challenge. Very important. Uses scraps or a single skein of yarn. Those are the two things, okay? So this month I decided to choose jewelry. Yarn is a fun thing to do, to make jewelry with. I did a blog post earlier today, and it's already went out. It has a bunch of links in it to all kinds of jewelry, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets. I mean, there's other kinds of jewelry, y'all. There's rings, there's brooches. I would consider some hair jewelry. There's some hair jewelry out there. So those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking about when I think about jewelry, okay? I'm going to show you some items I've made. Some people may think that jewelry made with yarn is only made with a thin yarn. You can make chunky jewelry as well with, use any kind of yarn to make jewelry with. It's wonderful for using up scraps because, and one skeins, which I'm going to show you. I will show the prize at the end of this, so you can fast forward if you want, or you can look at my cool stuff first. I'm a little bit slap happy today, y'all, because I'm tired, in case you can't tell by my squinchy eyes. So, I'm gonna drink a sip of my coffee. There you go. Yeah. My other videos I did yesterday, which I haven't released all of those yet, but I had makeup on and everything. I don't have anything on. I have anything. My hair looks kind of meh. It's flat on this side, poking out on this side. That's why I have my Farm Hair Don't Care mug. Of course, Christy tells me that farm hair to her is having hay or poop in your hair. Although I do live in the country, I've never lived on a farm. So my grandparents had a sort of mini farm. They had pigs, they had chickens. Pigs were just occasionally, they would get a pig sometimes. They had a big garden. We go over there and dig up potatoes, and my grandfather loved to grow all kinds of peas, and gourds. But anyway, I'm getting off of track. Back to the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. Like I said, this month is jewelry. I pulled out some of my makes to show you. Most of these are what I call a scarfless. I call it that because it's made of thicker yarn usually, so it could potentially keep your neck warm, but it's not a scarf or cowl. It's sort of a yarn necklace. Let's put it that way, okay? So you've seen me wear some of these before in the winter, because even though it's a decorative, I use it as a necklace. It's not something I can wear except in the wintertime around here, okay? Although it's been quite lovely here the past couple of days. The wind has been blowing like crazy, but it's sunshiny outside. It's very strange. I mean, why not add to the strangeness? So this one, I know y'all have seen me wear before. This is just a chain. This thing's all tangled up. Let me put it on. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, so yeah. So this is a like a number 7 bulky yarn, okay? And I only used half of the skein to make this. And I just made a big long chain. Just long old chain. And then let me take this off. I used a coordinating yarn to secure the ends, right? I'm trying to remember. I think what I did is connect the 2 ends of the long chain and then loop it around. You can make them all the same length, or I like to make mine varying. If I get this adjusted right, it looks better. But anyway, things are all tangled up. Let's not do that right now. And then I took a contrasting yarn and just kind of wrapped it around and wove it in real good. And there you go. Pretty easy to make. And like I said, that only took half a skein of that yarn because it's super chunky yarn. Now I also made this one, which I don't think I've ever seen this one. And I added some filigree, they're not beads, but just little jewelry things. And I put a bead in the center of them. These little filigree flowers I had. I'm going to have to cover my face. Is it focusing? I think it is. So, and I just stitched that on a regular thread, going in between. And this one is almost like a little choker thing, right? It's not a choker because I don't really like necklaces that sit too close here. But yeah, this would be nice addition to a blouse with a jacket or something like that, so you have a little bling on it. So that's another way to do that. This next one I have is some of that. I found a lot of this on clearance at Walmart one time. It was like that ruffle yarn. If I can get it. Now, sometimes finding the loops correctly on these is not an easy task. Because this one I just kind of attached together. I didn't wrap something separate around it. But that's what this is. Just one of those ruffle yarn skeins that I just chained and looped together. So sometimes this type of thing could serve as double duty. Hold on a second, y'all. Sorry about that. All this fiber is tickling my nose. I don't know how to sneeze. So anywho, so I took that off while I was doing that. But those are some ideas for that. And then I have one more. This is a really long one that I did. And I mixed some of that fun fur textured yarn with a plain yarn. That was a bamboo, that white creamy looking. Oh, you see it better here too. Yeah, and that's what I used to close the end. This one's just a longer scarfless. Okay. So I've seen these also. I put some links to patterns in the blog post. I'll link the blog post down below. To some people put beads in them and they use a smaller yarn, which would be great for summertime. These are more wintry ones that I can only wear these when it's cold, y'all, because they are heavier yarns. But lighter yarns can be used for the same way. I have this one more. This is all tangled up. Really should have untangled this before doing this. What in the world? Yeah. So crazy. Come on now. All them little hearts on there. I want to just finally. Okay, so this was called a heart lariat, which is a type of necklace. You can see how you make the little hearts, and then you connect. You do this. It's made all as one piece. So you make a beginning one, and then you chain, and then you make the next one, and that's how it works. So this is designed to just do like that, something like that, right? Now this could be worn in the summertime down here for sure. For the most part, it's not too bad. This is just regular Karen Simply Soft, I think, that I made this out of. Now I put this. There is a link in my blog post to a flower garland, but rather than use it for a garland, you could shorten it up to use it for something like this, or you could even do the motif only and make some earrings or a pendant or even possibly a bracelet. So that's why that's in there. Well, that was one Christy sent me, but that's what I was thinking anyway. I don't know what she was thinking, but that's what I was thinking when she sent me that. So those are some ideas for necklaces. Now, I had another necklace that I made, which was more of a pendant style, but I couldn't find it. I think I gave it to someone, but I'm pretty sure I have a picture on my computer, so I will insert that here. If I do have it, okay? And y'all can look at that. I take that back. I forgot to get some. Hold on. Okay. I put some pom-pom earrings in there. I actually used that link. I think it's from, I don't remember who it's from. Sorella? I think it's from Sorella. And it was a pom-pom earring tutorial, and I did it for one of my Pinterest challenge blogs. And these are the ones I made. This needs a little trim. But this is 2 yarns I did together. I decided that they were just too, I usually like big earrings, but I just felt like they were just too, I didn't like them as earrings. So I had this on a necklace with another dangly charm, a long one, as a pendant. So that's why it has that little metal loop in it that I put in there around the knot, the pom-pom. So this was made from leftover yarn from a project I did a while back. It was a cardigan, a big long cardigan coat thing I made out of 2 fibers I blended. So that's a great way to remember a project if it's something you give away versus keep. Then you could make a piece of jewelry out of leftover yarn and have kind of a keepsake or something like that you can wear. So I've never made any of the, I'm planning on making some though, but there's like little mini crocheted mandalas and or mandalas, and I've even seen some tiny crocheted granny square earrings. I put a link in there to some tiny pineapple earrings and cactus earrings. Those will be super fun. Really, any motif like that you can find. I saw a flamingo motif. I thought, you know, those could be, you can use them to sew on clothing, but you could make you a little pin out of it or something, which is like a brooch, right? So there's so many things you can do with this challenge. Very excited to see what everybody makes. You could certainly get some a head start on some gifts for later with this challenge. I have this yarn. It is yarn, kind of, but it's called wool stainless steel. And I got it from Line Brand a long time ago. They had on sale. I have 2 different colors. I haven't ever used it. So this is 75% wool, but it's 25% stainless steel. So it's like, a thread like yarn with a wire in it. That's kind of what it is, but it's very soft still. And you can see how it bends and will hold a kink. So my plan is, I've had this idea for some earrings that I wanted to design. So I'm going to do that, and I'll put that pattern should be up next week. That's the plan, because just earrings. It shouldn't be hard for me to accomplish. I know last time I did my challenge, I had said I would have a basket pattern. It just didn't work out, y'all. I could not get the pattern to do what I wanted it to. And it just got too far in the month, and I was like, I give up. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on this month. I didn't make anything for the new beginning. Actually, I did kind of, because I started a new project. So that's kind of like a new beginnings. But I'm going to show that in my podcast, because I need to do one of those still. So, but this is what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to make something fun with these. They kind of look like Christmas colors on the camera, but this is a more coral kind of color. It's Passion is the color it's called. And this one is teal. So, now, another sip of coffee. Try not to make this too long so it doesn't take forever to upload. My video yesterday had uploading issues, and I didn't think it was going to make it, but it just barely made it before midnight to get up there. Anyway, so for this month's prize, or shall I say prizes, because it's kind of a little bundle, I wanted to give y'all, or make the prize about yarns that could be used to potentially make jewelry. So that's why I picked these yarns. Okay, so the first one up is this croquette, or it's not croquet because it's spelled differently. Croquette yarn from Red Heart. It's sparkly. You can see that a little bit. This is called Calming, and there's 239 yards in this little bun, this little flat cake. Only 1.5 ounces, 45 grams. Yeah, this is a number one, a super fun, but it would be fun to make. You can make all kinds of things out of this. You can make some earrings, a bunch of earrings, or a whole earring and necklace and bracelet set. So that's the first one. Okay. Then I picked out this one. It also has a sparkle in it. It's also a number one, but it was such a pretty one. This is a darn good yarn, lace weight silk yarn called Sparkle Sandy Beach, which it definitely reminds me of the beach. So I thought that was really pretty. So I'm putting that one in there too. And then next I picked something a little chunky. This is a super bulky. This is from Martha Stewart Crafts, actually. It's put out by Line Brand. It's called Mumbo Yarn. I thought this would be a cool, you wouldn't even have to crochet this. You could just make you a couple of loops and wear it. You may have to put some, form a latch on it, some form of hook on it. A lot of the patterns I linked have tutorials for adding findings to the yarn to if you want to, like a lobster clasp or some kind of thing like that, instead of just doing what I did with the knots. So I thought this would be fun. This yarn is, there's like, where is the yardage for this? 5 yards. That's all that comes on this. But it's called a flamingo. And it's surprisingly, it's 75% acrylic, 7% wool, 9% nylon, 6% viscose, and it has 3% Angora in it. So there you go. I thought that would be a fun one to make some kind of jewelry out of. And then last, I have this big old thing of t-shirt yarn. Okay, this is, well, technically it's a stretchy material. This is made from cast off textile byproducts called fettuccine from Lion Brand. So you don't know exactly what the fiber content is. It's 100% undetermined fibers is what it said. But this one's kind of cool because it has little hearts. You can see little hearts. And I saw several really pretty necklaces similar to this made out of t-shirt yarn. So I thought that would be a fun one to put in there. This is a pretty, well, actually there's only 55 yards on here, it says. So I thought it had more than that. It's pretty hefty. It's 11 ounces. So yeah. So I think those will be a fun little, just a fun little yarns to try and to make fun jewelry out of, or whatever you decide to make out of it. But I thought that would be fun. And I will be including some jewelry findings, like ear wires and things like that. Like, you know what jewelry findings are, hopefully, the things that you connect things with. And some beads with this. I just haven't picked those out yet. So that is the prize for this month of May. Woohoo! Now, I think that's everything I had to tell y'all. I'm very excited about this. I'm planning on making lots of jewelry so I can have it ready for Christmas presents. We'll see how that goes. Now, I thought I would get so much done because I haven't had to travel back and forth to class. But doing class from home seems to be more work than if I just went to the classroom. Of course, I got to turn in grades tomorrow, so that's almost over with for now. Then I'll have, the first half of summer is definitely online, so that's going to be fun. Anywho, that is the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge for May. I will be sure to link down to Christy's channel down below. The Facebook group is linked down below always. And I will link the blog post down below that I did today, which has a bunch of links to ideas for things to do. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's makes. And I hope y'all remember to have a life lived creatively. And I will see y'all next time.